don't go into the Forbidden Forest. It is a story about me and my buddy. His name was Alex. We used to go on a bunch of hunting trips around the United States. But there's one forest that we have not went into yet that they say has the big mother lode of deer. They said there was like 25 points up there. And bigger. So we want to go up there and get one. So we got a big collection of deer and antlers. I mean, we're basically like a hunting group. Me and my buddy. We go around the United States and hunting deer. We've been up in Canada. But we have not been to North Dakota yet. Basically, we lived in Washington State. So it did take us hours to get to North Dakota. Once we finally got there, we found the forest. And me and my buddy geared up and rolled in. Parked our car out on this pull off. And we went in the woods. Basically, we brought tents with us because we weren't going to come out to it until we got the deer that they were talking about. Because they said it was a monster. And I guess you can say we were kind of like addicted to big deer. Now, I mean, once you're out there, knowing that it could be out there and you could get it, you ain't want to go back. You know what I mean? You just want to stay out there till you get it. But time we got there, it was nighttime. So we had to set our camp up, our tent, and we rolled on sleep. Basically, to get to the spot they're talking about is a mile into the woods. From where we camped out at is a mile forward. So once the morning got there, we geared back up, packed our tent up, and we started walking. Basically, the guns we were going to be hunting with, what's our usual guns we usually hunt with, is I carry a 30-30 Marlin. He carried a 270. And we both had sidearms. He had 9mm, and I kept a 45. And he liked 9mm because he said it was supersonic. But I like more knockdown power. And 45 would knock anything down. Because they do got big barrels up here. So I knew I had to keep a big gun. Because I knew his little 9mm wasn't going to do crap. So I kept my 45 to protect both of us. But we kept walking. Trying to get to the spot they're talking about. They said the spot that they witnessed at, there was a little, like, abandoned tree stand. It looked like it's been there for like 10 years, they said. Everything's fell apart, but you can see the frame that it's been there. They said when you find that, you just keep going, and then you'll eventually find this big open field where he usually stands at. I mean, that's just what the locals were saying. But we kind of wondered why they never went out and did it. But, you know, I mean, we were just hunters, and we were like, they're probably too scared to go out there. And then we thought, like, well, that's a good thing, because now we can get that big deal. You know what I'm saying? We didn't think nothing of the things that would happen in the future in that forest. Basically, we did find the tree stand eventually. That thing was tore up. Everything was fell off it. Basically, you couldn't even tell it was there. How bad it was now. So then we thought about it, we were like, how long ago are they talking about? I mean, because they said it was like, you could see the frame. All you seen was a wood laying on the ground. The 2x4s. It was like, this thing has been here a while. So basically, we just kept moving on. They said from the tree stand that the big field is basically, they said 100 yards forward. That's just what the locals said. Basically, we walked 100 yards. Nothing. Alex was like, they said it's supposed to be right here. And I was like, maybe they're mistaken. Probably a little bit further. So we kept on moving. We never did find the field. 300 yards later. So after that, we decided, let's just make a little like deal blind and just start sitting there hunting. I mean, so basically, we made like a little lean-to. We put a bunch of brush and leaves and pines on it, so nothing could see us. We got in there. We were scanning the area with our guns, keeping an eye out for it. Hours went by, no signs of nothing, just a bunch of squirrels, and we ain't out there squirrel hunting, so that ain't gonna do no good. Alex was like, man, this woods is dead. And I was like, well, we ain't been here that long. I mean, usually it takes a whole day to find the deal you're looking for. He was like, yeah, but I don't think it takes this long. He was like, no, it took this long than our other hunting trips. I was like, yeah, but them woods was packed with deer. They said this one's a monster. So basically, whatever it is, probably small, and that's why it's still alive, because people can't get it. I mean, he's out smarting them. So long we be quiet, maybe he'll come up on us. Alex was like, okay. Hours went by again. Basically, it was starting to get dark. And that's when we seen something. We were scanning the area with our scopes again, and we seen something in the distance, straight forward. He had one of the expensive scopes. He zoomed in. It was some old woman. It's like after he stared at her for a second, like she ran off. Alex was like, man, you gotta check this out. And I looked, I was like, it's gone. I was like, there ain't nothing there. He was like, what? And I was like, what exactly did you see, Alex? He said, it was some old woman. She was standing right there. That basically gave us cold chills. Basically, we said, what the hell is a woman doing out here this far out in the woods? Basically, we walked forward. We wanted to see if we could find that woman again. But what we found still haunts us. There was a small little hut built out there. Alex was like, holy shit, it's a witch. And I was like, I was like, so it's a witch, or is this ain't some homeless old woman living out here? But he was like, witches live out in these woods by themselves in a little teeny hut like this. And I was like, yeah, I guess you're right, Alex. I want to go inside, basically, to see what the hell we were dealing with. I was hoping maybe Alex seen something with his imagination, and there wasn't a real old woman out there. So I was hoping, because there ain't no old woman out there. It just means it's an abandoned hut. Basically, I started walking forward. I wanted to investigate a little more. Alex was like, what the hell are you doing? You get us caught. And I was like, Alex, calm down. I told him to stand there and keep an eye on his six and keep an eye on my six. I mean, watch our whole area. If something pops out, shoot it. Because basically what we're dealing with now is dangerous, maybe. You know what I mean? So basically I got to the door. I opened it. It wasn't locked. Basically, it didn't even have a doorknob. It's just like them old time ones. Once you put the handle and it's like the thumb click, it's like, and it opens real loud. Them old time doorknobs. I opened it. And I threw up. It's just what I seen now basically terrified me. I threw up everywhere. Alex came running over. He dragged me out of there and slammed the door. What I seen was terrifying. There was bodies hanging on the walls. People. There must have been 5 people in there hanging. It looked like they'd been skinned alive. There was bones all over the floor. Blood. And there was some little door all the way in the back. We got the hell out of there. But little did we know, one of us might not make it out.